Contura. I'm a forensic liaison for the Cuyahoga County Board of Mental Retardation. I'm a liaison to the Court of Common Pleas up in Cleveland, a liaison to the probation department, and also to the adult parole authority and prison system. I guess I want to start off first by giving you a little bit of a history of where we started in Cuyahoga County and where we are today. It's a little bit different than what I'm going to be presenting. As providers, we want you to get out there and advocate for these individuals in the court system. Up in Cleveland and Cuyahoga County, it wasn't us from the county board that pursued the justice system and tried to intervene and advocate for our clients. In 1980 and 81, which goes back quite a while ago, there was a judge in the Court of Common Pleas as well as a doctor in our court psychiatric clinic that started tracking numbers of clients with disabilities. And they saw an increase in numbers over the years and decided that they wanted to do something and come. One thing I want to say is that probably the most important thing that we've seen with our population is that it's very important to early identify these individuals within the system, not get them when they're in prison or placed on probation and a lot of restrictions are put in place. We need to become involved and develop a treatment plan as an agency from the county board's end to assure both the community safety as well as the client safety out in the community. Many of the individuals we serve today go unnoticed or unidentified within the criminal justice system. Many times the system itself is not aware that a person that's in their courtroom or on probation caseloads or within the prison systems even have a disability. Many of our clients, that you deal with can mask their disabilities very well. And you don't know unless you start getting into asking a lot of questions to find out that the person has a disability. In order to catch these individuals, we need to establish from an agency perspective, as well as just being a worker out in the community or a support administrator working with them, is to establish some form of a screening process to identify these individuals, to educate the justice personnel and how to identify them themselves, teach them. Otherwise, these clients will become trapped in a system with no supports and will end up doing some hard time, whether it's on probation with some very strict guidelines or into the prison system. Many of these clients go, of course, underidentified and unreported within the jails and the prison system. They're more likely to be convicted of crimes, receive a prison sentence, and serve more time than other offenders within the criminal justice system. Many of our clients, like to please, and a lot of our clients will confess to things that they're not guilty of. Another reason why it's key for us to be there with them if we are aware of them being involved in the system, to bring to the attention that this person has a disability. Clients undergo numerous exams or referrals within the court system, and it's a key to get information from our agency over to a court clinic. Like in Cuyahoga County, we have a court psychiatric clinic. In smaller counties, you may consult with doctors out in the community to provide testing, get psych reports done, IQs. That information needs to be given to them because those reports that they develop are reports that are requested by the courts. Those reports go to judges, and in return, the judge then makes decisions on the case of what to do or what to provide, what type of alternatives, especially when they're thinking prison versus back in the community. Today, less than 10% in the prison systems of our clients that are currently housed or jailed receive services while in prison. A lot of times the clients that we serve within the prison system, they have to volunteer and be involved and want to participate in programs. And if we can't encourage them to do that, well, they're just left to hang out in the prison and just pass their time. And the reason we try to educate, not only within the prison systems, the jails, is that a lot of our clients, if they go undiagnosed, they get placed on regular supervision roles of the probation department, or it could even be the parole department. And these are officers that have no clue that the individual has a disability. They often put a lot of restrictions on our clients, and basically you're setting them up to fail. We need to get into these departments and educate these staff within the probation parole departments about people with disabilities and how they interact in the community. Many of our clients have difficulty initiating services, and it requires us to step in as professionals and advocate for them. Work with their families, work with the caseworkers that are involved or concerned persons in the community. We need to advocate for them both in the community and in the court system. We need to provide services, wrap around for these individuals so that they can be successful within the system. Today, we're constantly educating up in Cleveland our judicial system, probation departments, parole departments, the prison system. It wasn't until recently, within the past year, that we started getting on board and working in conjunction with the parole department as well as the prison system in trying to transition many of these individuals from Cuyahoga County that are in prison back into the community. We, of course, are the highest supplier of inmates across the state of Ohio, which means we're going to have a higher number of individuals with disabilities that are being diagnosed. Probably one of the most important things I could say about my role and my coworkers' roles is we've become, over time, a friend of the court system. We're someone who understands or wants to learn about the legal system, its players, and its priorities. We've stepped into an arena that the courts now refer to us as one of their friends, and they search us out when they have an individual that they suspect has a disability.